The story that continues to fascinate me and you is that of Diddy. Recently, this week or just the other day, the first photo of Sean Diddy Combs inside the federal Who's Gal portrays a rather, shall I say, a rather stark contrast to the billionaire mogul that he once was. Diddy now is with his group, his posse, the passel of acolytes and the like, inside federal prison, looking at the billionaire mogul the public once knew. Now, in various images obtained by media, Diddy walks the yard at FCI Fort Dix in New Jersey wearing what appears to be a simple beanie and jacket. His signature confidence is replaced by, some would say a rather subdued expression. His neatly trimmed gray beard marking, shall we say, the toll of time and understandable turmoil. It's the first real glimpse of the music icon since his September 2024 arrest. Has it been that long? This is seen for the first time outside of courtroom sketches that captured only fragments and bits and pixels of his demeanor. Now this man who built incredible empires, truly incredible media and rap empires, from Bad Boy Records to Sean John, is beginning a very new, a very different, a very unique chapter. One defined, dare I say, by confinement, labor, and survival inside a low-security federal facility. And the more money he has, the more friends he'll make, because that's the key to getting along. No matter how low security it is, you're still being incarcerated and you're sharing spaces with nasty people who, among a variety of reasons, may think it might be worth some kind of weird street cred to take a swipe at you. Just saying, hope we don't see that. Now, according to sources familiar with his new routine, it seems that Diddy's first prison job is in the laundry room. That's right, washing and drying the clothes of fellow inmates. How delightful that must be, huh? The man, think about this man, once surrounded by staff, luxury, private planes, manses, and control, now finds himself pushing loads of prison uniforms, smelly, musty shorts and the like, through industrial washers. My, have the great fallen. And, federal prison jobs like this, are not really optional. They are part of the Bureau of Prisons work program. You see, wages are, as you can understand, meager, often ranging from 12 to 40 cents an hour. Think of this. And every inmate must contribute to the facility's daily operations. Now, for Diddy, that would mean performing, as it appears, the most menial and basic form of manual labor. Sometimes something that federal prisoners previously argued he was incapable of doing, but I think he'll do it quite well. He builds up a sort of cred, so to speak, which, by the way, later on will be translated into his regular world. During his criminal trial, prosecutors painted a picture of Diddy as a man completely insulated from reality, so dependent on his staff that he allegedly could not even charge his own phone or retrieve a bottle of water without help. Well, that narrative may now be meeting, as some might say, poetic justice. Now, the man, once accused of controlling everything around him, now finds himself, as you can imagine, controlled by a system that allows no privilege, no entourage, no posse, and no negotiation. Well, he might have a new posse. No, that's P-O-S-S-E. Now, Diddy was transferred to Fort Dix last Thursday morning, after spending more than a year at MDC Brooklyn, which is the Metropolitan Detention Center, where he was held without bail during his trial. This is better. MDC Brooklyn is notoriously harsh, overcrowded, understaffed, and known for poor conditions. This is not club-fed, but Fort Dix, by comparison, is considered more relaxed. It's a low-security prison that houses nearly 3,000 inmates, many of whom are serving sentences for nonviolent federal offenses. Now, inmates there live in a dormitory-style unit rather than solitary cells, and the environment, while still regimented, is far from the violence and chaos of higher security institutions. And I think that makes complete sense. Now, for Diddy, that change likely feels like a step down in status, but a step up in comfort. See, at Fort Dix, inmates are expected to follow strict routines. Wake-up calls at 6 a.m., head counts throughout the day, designated work hours in the assigned detail. And those who work in the laundry typically sort uniforms and the like, handle institutional linens, and maintain the machines. Hardly glamorous work, but a stabilizing task that many inmates use to pass the time and earn privileges. Now, for a man accustomed to running multi-million-dollar operations and rubbing elbows with that, well, the monotony of folding clothes may prove both humbling and strangely meditative. Still, the irony is impossible to ignore. This is a man whose life once symbolized excess, the yachts, the parties, the freak-offs, the baby lube or whatever it was, the red carpets, the public bravado. And to see him now pushing a laundry cart inside a federal facility is not just, shocking to some. It's cinematic. It's the kind of fall from grace that seems almost scripted. A reminder, my friends, that fame offers no immunity from accountability. But is he really that bad? Think of all of the people in the world of intel and government who got away with murder. Diddy's 50-month sentence means he is expected to remain incarcerated until at least May of 2028. However, according to his attorney, Mark Anyifilo, there's reason to believe he could be released early depending on his conduct, participation in prison programs, and eligibility for good time credits. Federal inmates can shave off as much as 15% of their sentences through consistent good behavior. Because remember, there's no parole system. So 85% is what you do. And Fort Dix's structured environment may provide Diddy with the opportunity to do just that. Anyifilo has publicly stated, his lawyer, that he expects his client to be free before the projected release date. Now, this is interesting, inside the Bureau of Prisons, celebrity status evaporates, as you can imagine, almost immediately, instantly. Inmates are known by their register number, not their resume. Still, Diddy's fame guarantees attention from both inmates and staff. Some may view him with curiosity and admiration, others with resentment. For security reasons, high-profile inmates are often monitored closely, as you can imagine, closely to prevent conflicts or exploitation. Sources within Fort Dix say that Diddy has been cooperative so far and has shown no signs whatsoever of resisting the transition, which is good, very smart. Remember, he's not a tough guy. And the facility itself, officially known, as the Federal Correctional Institution Fort Dix, sits on a sprawling compound in Burlington County, New Jersey, where it shares land with a military base, and though low security, it operates with tight discipline. Inmates live in open dormitories with bunk beds and community bathrooms and limited privacy. Personal possessions are few, uniforms, a small radio, a few photos, and approved reading materials. This is also important. Communication with the outside world is monitored. Even emails sent through the prison's TrueLinks systems, that's TruLinks, the TrueLink system, are reviewed. For a man who once commanded global attention with a single post or a statement, that loss of voice may in fact be the hardest punishment of all. Inmates, we are told, often describe Fort Dix as a, quote, working camp rather than a hard prison. Yet, my friend, the emotional toll is real. The repetitive labor, the constant supervision, the absence of luxury All of this dismantles ego. Those close to Diddy say he remains determined to maintain composure, focusing on his legal appeals and family communication. But privately, friends wonder if the isolation and humiliation are breaking down his trademark swagger, his confidence. Now, this is not, as you know, this is not the first time an entertainment mogul has faced such a reckoning. We all know this, but few have fallen from such heights. Diddy's empire once spanned music, fashion, television, the spirits world. That's alcohol, with a personal brand built on triumph and control, and now control has been taken from him entirely. His schedule is not his own. His meals are standardized. His choices minimal. This may not sound like much, but what he's been going through up to the time of his arrest is something different. Outside Fort Dix, debate continues over whether Diddy's conviction and sentence were proportionate or symbolic. I find it should be dismissed outright. Mann Act violation? White slavery? Come on. Remember, he beat the racketeering and he beat the sex trafficking. This is all they've got. If he beats this, oh my God. He'll be known as the Teflon, not Don, but the Teflon did. Or didn't, I'm not sure. Now, some argue he became a target because of his wealth and influence. That's always true to an extent. Others insist his actions demanded accountability. True. And whether the truth is known or whatever the truth, his incarceration has become a cultural mirror. It's reflecting, in essence, how power and privilege crumble and are destroyed under public scrutiny. Now, this Diddy, this photo that's being circulated, walking the yard of Diddy, will likely become one of those defining images of the saga, a visual metaphor for how swiftly the powerful can fall. Gone are the tailored suits and designer sunglasses. And the dye, the hair, the white hair, the hoary, white with age, the venerable, avuncular look, almost harmless. In their place stands a man stripped of celebrity, walking in circles around a prison yard, meeting his new friends who undoubtedly want to know him and, quote, protect him and earn his favor. And now he's contemplating a life that once seemed, untouchable. Now, whether this period becomes Diddy's personal redemption or redemption arc or a final chapter of ruin remains to be seen. Prison changes everyone. It slows time, it flattens ego, and it reveals, interestingly enough, truth. Now, for Diddy, the laundry room at Fort Dix may not just be a place of punishment, but the stage where he confronts his own myth. The mogul who once commanded the world stage now folds its uniforms and underwear, quietly searching for some kind of meaning in the hum and the buzz of industrial dryers and the weight of consequence. This is a fascinating story, my friend. Now, I want you to know something too. Two individuals, two products are critical in our production. One is preparewithlionel.com. You know what's going on right now with the riots and the like, with SNAP riots, because if ever food becomes a problem, if ever food becomes questionable, prepare for this to happen. This is a very scary, scary thing indeed. And that's why preparewithlionel.com is so important for emergency food. Please go. The link is available. And also, we always thank our friend, a true patriot, a man by the name of Mike Lindell. And he has one of the best products made, an American product. It's called mypillow.com/Lionel. Go there to luxuriate for the best pillows and toppers and bedspreads and duvets and slippers. Their slippers, their slides probably sell more than anything else. And once you buy them, you'll find out why. That's mypillow.com/Lionel. Both of those links are available. Thank you, dear friends, for watching Lionel Legal. And now I want you in the area connected here to comment as you see fit.